Hey, what's up guys, welcome back, it's me Matt. I've got my Santa hat on, I've got my Spider-Man Venom Christmas jumper on, and today we're talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which for the sake of this video I will just be shortening down to Spider-Verse, is Sony Pictures' first animated Spider-Man movie. The project has been kind of like championed and led by Sony, obviously using Spider-Man being a Marvel property. Marvel Studios have nothing to do with this movie. This movie makes me really happy, but at the same time really sad. It makes me happy because it's absolutely freaking amazing. This is the best Spider-Man movie, period, to date. Like, and obviously, you know, I'm comparing it to those live-action movies, the Tobey Maguire trilogy, the two Andrew Garfield movies, and then Spider-Man Homecoming. This is the Spider-Man movie. Absolutely incredible. It has to be praised for how great it is. It has to be praised for the fact that the focus isn't with Peter Parker, the focus is with Miles Morales. So they're kind of introducing a new Spider-Man. Obviously Peter's in there, but this is very much Miles' movie. And it just works. It's great fun and it's absolutely brilliant. Now the reason it makes me sad is because it's so brilliant. And it's going to do really well in the box office. And because of that, Sony are not going to give the rights up. I mean, they probably weren't going to give the rights up back to Marvel anytime soon anyway, because somehow Venom's doing well. But this is just another sort of nail in the coffin that Marvel will not be 100% getting Spider-Man's rights back. But if it means Sony are going to make more of these, and apparently a sequel has already been given the get-go, that is only a good thing. So the plot of this movie essentially revolves around Miles Morales being bitten by a spider, obtaining his spider powers, whilst the Kingpin tears open a portal into the multiverse, and a load of other spider people get dragged into Miles' multiverse, and they've all got to team up together to put a stop to Kingpin from using his Hadron Collider multiverse upper thing from destroying all the universes.
You ever hear of the Super Collider? You're gonna love this.
Dimension opening now.
Sounds simple. So we have a kind of ragtag group of spider people come together. So we have our Miles Morales, just become Spider-Man, very young, very inexperienced, kind of still discovering his powers. Then we have a older, kind of more worn down, I don't want to say grizzled, but just an older, more worn down Peter Parker from an alternate universe. Then we have Spider-Woman, aka Spider-Gwen. Then we have Spider-Man Noir. We have Spider-Bot with Penny, who is kind of the Spider-Bot pilot. And finally, of course, not forgetting Spider-Ham, Peter Parker. It's for kids, but at the same time, there's a lot in there still for adults. But even more so, this is for fans. Like, this is for Spider-Man fans who are just absolutely going to love this movie. There's references to all of the old movies, there's references to of course, the comic book source materials, but it's just a general all-round really funny movie. There is something in there for everyone. There's something in there for the hardcore fans, the kids, the adults who are going to go see it, and the adults who are getting dragged because their kids want to go see it. Now, the runtime of the movie is a little bit long. It is 2 hours long, but at no point are you kind of like, oh, this movie is dragging. It just goes from strength to strength to strength to strength to strength. We're kind of shown an origin for each of the spider people up there, but it's done in a way that it works within the narrative. I don't want to spoil it too much for how it happens, but each one, they're all kind of woven together really nicely in the way that they do. Each one's kind of mini origin is really well thought out, and it does lead to some of the funny moments. Now, of course, can't really talk about this movie without discussing the animation. The people who worked on this can only simply be described as being artists. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, the preview showing that I got to go see was in 3D. The 3D was actually very good. Normally, I hate seeing movies in 3D. This really worked. I would love to get to see this in 2D, though. I think I'd just be able to appreciate the art a lot more. If you could see it in 2D IMAX, I would definitely recommend doing that. But nothing's lost by seeing it in 3D. But I think if I was to see it again, which I will be doing, I would see it in 2D just so I can kind of appreciate the broader artwork. It's just absolutely visually stunning movie. The voice acting itself is absolutely stellar. Obviously some standouts have to be Spider-Ham, absolutely great. Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir as well. They've kind of taken him away from his comic book part, obviously to make him friendly for kind of a more kid-friendly movie. But again, he is some of the sort of like standout lines of the movie as well, and is quite funny. But the entire voice cast absolutely nail it. For me, I've been waiting for this movie as kind of like Marvel, even though it's not Marvel, kind of taking on DC for the crown of like, we do amazing animated movies, and this is done it. This animated Spider-Man movie is far superior to kind of like the last few animated movies that DC have chucked out. And DC's movies have been made by DC, or rather Warner Brothers Animation, but it's all under one company. Whereas this has been made by Sony, who kind of ruin everything, yet they've managed to make an absolutely incredible Spider-Man. You have to go see this. If you've seen any other Spider-Man movie ever, whether you're a fan or not, go see this movie. It's just absolutely amazing. The Amazing Spider-Man. So, if I have to give Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse a rating, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's an origin movie that doesn't suck. It's a superhero crossover team-up movie, which is just absolutely amazing and works. It's just an absolutely gorgeous piece of animation. It's such a great movie. Generally, such a great movie. You all need to go see it. It is the best portrayal of Spider-Man on screen to date, to this day. Do yourself a favour. Go see it. Go see it. Stop watching this video. Go out to the cinema. Go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Go now. Go. So guys, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. As always, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, give the video a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel. And until next time, well, I suppose until next time, Merry Christmas. If I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas. See you in a bit.